We're going to answer the big questions in this Thursday night special of Fantasy Football Free-For-All. Is Myles Gaskin a must-start? James Robinson, RB1? Is Mike Gesicki the best tight end in football? Probably not, but we will find out and dig deeper. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Football Free-For-All. We are doing a Week 3 Thursday Night Football special. So we're going to go through the must-starts for Thursday Night Football. We've got to start here with quarterback, Garnder Minshew. But the question is whether or not he can take that to Week 3. In my opinion, he is a quarterback 1 this week because of the fact that primary weapons on the Dolphins defense are hurt. We've got almost everybody healthy for the Jags offense. And we're on a short week. So we know they're going to throw the ball quite a bit to try to, get off the field quicker. And I'm all about Minshew this week. I think he is going to be huge value. I would have him in the quarterback 7 to 8 range. You're not sitting Lamar Jackson. You're not sitting Patty Mahomes. You're not sitting Aaron Rodgers. You're not sitting Cam for him. But once you get out of that top tier, I think that he is competitive with anybody else. Now on the other side of the ball, Fitzpatrick is a dart throw. He could be an okay performer, but I think he's in that QB2 range. I would rather have Joe Burrow this week. I would rather have Deshaun Watson this week. I'd obviously rather have Kyler or Dak. Those guys are all ahead of him. So he's more of a dart throw. Don't rely on him. Moving over to wide receiver. Now, we just got news that DJ Chark is out today for Thursday's game. This increases everything that we say about Keenan Cole and about Laviska Shenault. It bumps Shenault up to me into that wide receiver 3 range. Definitely a flex play. It also adds value to James Robinson, and it makes this team a little bit more one-dimensional, which is a concern, but I still feel good about these Jags players. Now, Keenan Cole and Laviska Shenault. These are flex upside guys. I think that Laviska Shenault has more value because he has had those running yards and he is seeing some of that production that we hoped he might get. The other thing is, with James Robinson being an undrafted rookie, Laviska Shenault is picking up some of that slack and being almost a change of pace back. So I would start Laviska Shenault as a flex this week, unless you have, a wide receiver 3-ish or wide receiver 2, or obviously a running back that would be in his place. But I think that Laviska Shenault is a solid flex option and could get a score this week. So I would not hesitate from putting him in your lineup. Now, James Robinson is going to be a top 20 running back this week. He has the opportunity, he has the touches, he has the skill, he's going to have the end zone. And so he needs to be in your lineup. I consider him in the 14 to 16 range this week in running backs. That's obviously a running back too. And he needs to be in your lineup. Now, on the other side, we've got Chris Thompson. And Chris Thompson is kind of a mess. He's not anybody you want. With Laviska Shenault taking carries, James Robinson being the primary back, and Garnder Minshew spreading the field, Chris Thompson is just not somebody that you should be even looking at in your lineup. He's just not worth the roster spot. And on the other side of the ball, we've got this really gross running back by committee, Howard, Breida, Gaskin. None of those guys are really going to be a starter in anything but a super deep league. And even there, Gaskin's the only one you have any sort of confidence if you're not just praying for a touchdown. I would let Gaskin sit one more week on your bench because we want to see his work share develop more from just being between the 20s to getting some of those red zone looks. And right now, that's not there. In the wide receiver core, we've got Devontae Parker and Preston Williams. Both are both have interest. We're just not quite seeing week in, week out performance. Devontae Parker is obviously the better start. He has shown that Adam Gase just mismanaged the crap out of him. I would have Devontae Parker as a wide receiver 3. I would much rather have DJ Chark. I would be on the fence about, Marquise Brown or even Corey Davis over Devontae Parker. But if you have to roll him out at a wide receiver 3, that's fine. Then we go to the creme de la creme, Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki is going to be a stud this week. With over 130 receiving yards and a touchdown last week, that's a huge game for a tight end. This is and even in non-tight end premium leagues, Mike Gesicki is a must start. I think outside of Waller the Baller and Travis Kelce, he's the best tight end in football right now. I would look for Mike Gesicki to be the safety blanket for Fitzpatrick and to really, really show that he is part of that elite tight end group.